This is Halloween.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Honeybee's Hive. I'm Honeybee. So I am going to finish up getting my 3 girls dressed, getting the other 2 dresses on them. And I'm down here because I'm trying to find something a little bit more comfortable for me. And I got my pillows and everything down here. So I'm comfy. I've always been a sit on the floor, an Indian style type of girl, so this is comfy to me. Here's Mika. Mika just ran in here. You just heard her. And she wants to say hello. Want to say hello? Want to say hello? And just so you know, Riku is always with me. She's up there in a bed right now. Got her ears up looking at me. If I call her, she'll come. But yeah, someone did ask about her. The black and white one, that's Riku. And she is always, if doesn't matter wherever I am, she's always somewhere near me. She's always in the room with me at all times. She just is. So, before we get started, I just want to remind everyone to please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And make sure that you're getting your notifications. Also, go ahead and hit that like button and to leave me a comment. Most of you guys do. Very thankful. I love seeing your comments. And share the videos. Sharing is caring. So, drinking coffee in my Halloween mug. I'm also have on I'm sporting mine. I wore this in my other video too. I haven't posted it yet, but I did a box opening and I had a lot today, guys. This is still the same day. So I did a box opening earlier. This little one right here. And she's so tiny. She's 22 inches. So these are 24s. I'm gonna actually measure her and see if she really is. I don't think she is 22, but they say that she is 22. The other one was supposed to be 22 too, but I don't think she's 22, but she could be. I don't know. I don't think so because my baby no, because Deshawn is 19. So I'm thinking Deshawn is longer than her. Yeah, but she's not 22, but I'm gonna measure her and see. I don't know why that popped in my head, but it did. I haven't got tired of looking at her. I think she's so cute. So look at those pretty brown eyes. Oh my goodness. You got pretty eyes too. So, but anyway. So, we're getting into the spirit. So actually, I have okay, so let me tell you. So me and my daughter were talking and our theme for Halloween is Disney. Okay, so we're doing everything Disney. So I decided I wanted to put the girls in their princess dresses. So that is why I am putting on the princess dresses. Okay, so she has on hers, and I have some other princess dresses that are coming too. So when it all gets put together, we should have a lot of girls in their princess dresses. I think I'll have some other characters too. You just have to wait and see. I'll reveal it little bit by little. I even have my princess dress. Lord, we're gonna see how that goes. um, I don't know if my daughter is going to be in the video or not. She does have a costume too. She's doing Nightmare Before Christmas. Her and her boyfriend doing Nightmare Before Christmas. And yeah. So let's see. Who do we want to get dressed first? Let's put this one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put this one on you. I don't know why, but I want this one on you. And I have not fixed her bow yet. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. I was trying. Oh, this one has a little pink. So I'm just going to set that one right there for the time being. Mika's back over here with me. Okay, so I put the camera down so you can see Riley. So this is an experiment, and we're just going to see how this goes. It's me just trying to find something more comfortable. I don't know. We'll figure out something. Anyway, let's get Riley into her little dress. So it looks like our weekend is over. However, it's Columbus Day, so it's another holiday. It's a federal holiday at least. Who all has today off? So I think and if you don't know if you remember or not, but I got these dresses on AliExpress. Pretty cute dresses. So we're just gonna get Riley out of her Winnie the Pooh outfit. That's Riku you hear over there all making all that racket. But so anyway, in the last video we talked about authentic and knockoff sculpts. Very interesting conversation. Thank you for everyone who responded and shared your view on the matter, on the subject. I know I really am new to the community, to the doll community, collecting dolls and everything. So I am new to this. So I have not been involved. I've not been collecting dolls since a couple of years, 2 or 3 years now. When did I start? About 2 or 3 years now, about a couple of years. So, and I've only been on YouTube for a few months. So I'm very, very new. I started watching other videos though about a year, I guess. So a lot of stuff I'm new to and I don't know of, but I know I hear a lot of people say that it has changed. It's not the same as it used to be. I know I have seen videos where people have attacked other people just because of a type of doll that they have. Like this particular doll that I have right here. Like poor little Riley would be judged severely rough just because of who she is and where I got her from. So thank goodness that we were not like that. I am going to, I think, you know what? I think, no, I guess I will, I'm trying to think if I want to put her in a onesie or leave her. I think I'm going to leave her in this little one right here because of the fact that I do like these because they are better at covering up than the neck area, the cloth body. So I will leave that on her. I have Mimi sitting here right here beside me. That's where my hand is going right here because she's sitting right there. So, what was I saying? Anyway, but I wasn't going to talk about that in this video. This video, I want to talk about, hey, you know what? I got a topic we can talk about. So let's talk about hard times. So who has had hard times? I know right now what there are. You know what? I was watching this video of it was a Florida woman, and I don't know. I think it was maybe a week or so ago, whatever. But I just saw the video. But you know, Florida was hit. What is it? Ian, whatever his name is, and they got hit pretty bad. But what brought back some memories was on this particular video. They were driving around in town. Man, do you know that don't have gas? Nothing. I don't know if they got gas now or anything, but I know they had talked about they had like one restaurant that was open, and oh my God, you just saw that line. It was a long, 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 long line for this restaurant. So everybody's trying to get to the same restaurant. So I remember the reason why this brought back memories is because isn't she darling? Isn't she darling? So it's because I remember I was in Oklahoma, and I would say I believe it was 2007. Actually, I was there twice. 2007, and I believe that the snowstorm of 2013. So I want to say the ice storm of 2007. Um, oh my goodness. Talk about a town hunkering down. So 2007, I believe it was 2007. Could be wrong, but I would double check that to make sure. But I believe it was 2007. Okay, so yeah, I did not have winter tires, okay? And I remember it was a Sunday. Well, I don't know. I was going to this little church. You guys know that I went to church. Nothing, I don't know how I made it. Nothing was open, but I do remember that I got up and I slid on to the church house. Oh my goodness. I think about that, and it was so funny because the, the pastor had called and he was like, no, no church. No church today. But yeah, I had what I was thinking, but yeah, I did. But yeah, we had lost power. We lost our electricity. Oh, and I remember because when you could hear it going, you could hear it all over town. Um, like pow, pow, pow. The generators were all popping. What they call the generators? Yeah, I think the generators. You know, that box on that line. Well, we had the boxes on the line. I don't know if that's old school or whatever, but the box generators on the power lines. Well, they were popping because the trees were ice. They were solid ice, and they were falling because the ice was getting so heavy, and it was falling on the lines and falling on those boxes, and they were going out. Lines were going down. Those box things, generator things were going out. It was no electricity. No electricity for nobody. Nobody. So we had no electricity. I don't remember how long it was. Maybe week or 2 weeks, there was like a restaurant that was open. I was talking, me and my son was talking about this too, right? And I was asking him if he remembered this. He's like, yeah, I remember that. But he don't remember, how long it was and stuff like that because he was younger. And mm, I think he was in elementary. I don't think he was even in junior high yet. I think he was in elementary at the time. So yeah, he was pretty young. But yeah, they had. Hold on. Okay, so one of the things I remember is that they. But yeah, when I saw, she got really excited because she saw the lady on the YouTube video because she had they saw all the electric trucks. Look, I know that feeling because same with us. We had been without power for so long, and I remember, I cannot remember who who had power on, but it was like if you were a restaurant and you had power, you were not allowed to close. You had to be open. Um, but that didn't at the time, you know, I was barely making ends meet as it was. So going to a restaurant to get food or staying in a hotel, yeah, I couldn't afford to do that. We could not afford to do that. So we stayed where we were, which was, home in the house. And we did not have electricity. So I could not cook or anything like that. But we had heat. So we had gas. So I don't remember. I think we had some electric heat, but for the most part, I had heaters. I had gas heaters. So I had these gas furnace heaters, I remember. So that's what we did. We had heat, so we were good. We had water. We had hot. Do we have hot water? I think we had hot water. I don't remember if we had hot water or not. Um, yeah, I don't remember if we had hot water or not. But I want to say it might have been a gas water heater. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. But we did have heat, and there was very few people who had heat. Well, it was very few people. It was a lot of people who had heat, but it just depends on their house. So I remember that some people camped out at our house. I mean, it was no big deal. Um, if you didn't have any place to stay, you wanted to come and get warm, you were more than welcome to come and camp out in our home because let me see, we had the heater in 2 rooms. I know the front room had a heater. So yeah, now that I remember, we had a couple of gas heaters. So those were the heater. I think we had one in the bathroom. I think. Well, I know one in the front room. Definitely had the one in the front room. So we camped out in there. And at nighttime we used candles, because for light. And then like the stuff that was in the freezer, it was like so cold outside. We just put like the meat and our frozen stuff in the trunk of the car, and that kept it frozen. And I remember we'd go by other people's house. Like I remember there was a lady that I grew up with. I went by her house for breakfast in the mornings for breakfast. She always fed my kiddo, and I go get a cup of coffee. Hey, I've always been about the coffee. So, yeah, always been about the coffee. So I'd go I asked my son if he remembered that, and he was like, "Yeah, I remember that." So he always had a hot meal, um, and I had me a hot cup of coffee. So hey, couldn't ask for anything more, right? And then I'd go by my nieces and stuff and hang out with them for a bit. It's like they had heat. They might have had power. I don't know if they had power or not. But even if you did have power, at first, eventually it got knocked out. So you may have had power for a little bit, and then eventually you did not have power because the lines were so heavy for the ice that they were falling. The trees were falling on the lines. Yeah, it was a mess. Um, but yeah, I do remember that there was this restaurant downtown. There was like a burger place or something. I'd never been there before in my life, but I know that they were open, but I didn't go there. Um, Never been there before. Never either in this place. I have no, never. I don't know. It never appealed to me for some reason. Don't know why, but I couldn't even tell you what it was. But yeah, this place I remember was one of the only places I think was open at first. And then I believe Walmart eventually got electricity, or maybe it had electricity for a minute, and then their power went out. So yeah, trying to tell you it was a struggle for real. And that's pretty. Let's see, how do I want to do her hair, guys? I don't really know. I'm kind of like just winging it right now. I don't really know what I want to do with her hair. I'm just playing with it because it's so cute. I love her hair. So, oh, that's cute. I like that. Let's go with the little ball. So, and then I remember, and we used to ride around. You ride around, take a look at everything, and then I remember when we saw those those electricity the electricity trucks. You remember that? Oh, the 2007, the ice storm, where we were in Oklahoma, Muskogee. You remember that? Um, do you remember I slid on to church that Sunday morning, and Pastor Bill called and he was like, yeah, no, I don't need to come to church. Yeah, I slid all the way to church, and nobody was there. Like, no duh, right? Do you remember any of it? You don't remember any of the winter storm? I remember that some one? Of it. Yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah. And then there was a 2013. I know you remember that one. The ice storm, right? No, the snowstorm. When we were in the hotel. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I remember that. Remember that one? Yeah. That was fun times, huh? Yeah. So a few years later, we had a snowstorm, guys. So we made it out of the ice storm eventually. We got eventually the trucks came and everything. Oh my God, we were so excited when we saw those trucks. The whole town was excited because, I mean, it was to the point the story was, what neighborhood are they working on? Have you got yours on? So we would tell by how soon we would be. Like if we saw, because I remember I came home and we're watching, okay, we're watching the neighbors. We see the neighbors so we can see if someone get their lights on. So I remember seeing one side of the street had their lights on. Someone had their lights on. It was like, oh, they got their lights on. So I know we're coming up. We're coming up. That was the highlight. Oh my gosh. But I don't know. We just sort of I mean, it was rough, but for us, it was like, I don't know. We just kind of like dealt with it. We just I don't know. We just powered through. They had FEMA there too. I remember we saw the FEMA trucks and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. FEMA really was kind of irrelevant for us, but the electricity trucks is what we wanted to see. So we were quite happy about those electricity trucks. So the next one was, I'm trying to see if I got any green ones, any lime green balls. That yellow is kind of a greenish color. I have these purple ones here. I'm trying to, oh, I do like these. I like those. Let's use these. So, but during that storm, I was one of the first ones in my church to get my power on. So I offered up my my laundry facilities to anyone who wanted to come and do their laundry. So that's just the way it was, you know. It was not a, you know, just a small community of people just kind of like powering together, you know, hunkering down together, just trying to make it, you know. So, um, um, when another thing that we did, I mean, this was just surviving, okay? So another thing we did to survive this winter storm, and I would get ideas from other people, then I would go and see them. So another way to survive was your milk. I remember the lady whose house I used to go over and get coffee and stuff. She said, "Go out there and get that milk, honey." So I go out there and get the milk. You know where the milk was? On the refrigerator, on the on the AC. So the AC, you know, yes, AC, that the box thingy that goes in the window. Yeah, on top of the AC is where she had the milk, eggs, whatever else she, you know, that she needed to stay cold. It was right there. Easy access, right, guys? But yeah, that was just surviving. The next time was a few years I was not in this little town. I was in a bigger town, but still in Oklahoma. No, I was not. I was still in a small town, but I worked in a larger town. And I believe it was like Tulsa. I think that's where we were. So this was oh, he's so darling. Now this was the snowstorm. So let me tell you about this snowstorm. So I go to work, and at this time I was working in healthcare. Okay, so I was just worked in yeah, that's right. I worked in just a nursing facility. Yeah, I think that's what it was, a nursing facility. Yeah, something like that. So I remember getting off of work, right? Isn't she cute? So I remember getting off of work, right? And I'm about to go home. And my supervisor, or yeah, they tell me to go. If I won't, I can go home, get my stuff, and go to the hotel because they have rooms for us at the hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel. It was a nice one, Ramada, something like that. So, um, at the time, I didn't really think anything about it because they were like, "Yeah, we're saying we're gonna get a snowstorm, a blizzard. No, not a snowstorm. They said we were getting a blizzard." So I was like, "A blizzard? You know, I hadn't heard of that." Again, I've been working all day, so I had not heard anything about a blizzard. So that was news to me, but you know, I was working all day, so I would not have heard that. Um, and this time I'm really young. I didn't really keep up with the weather and the news and stuff like that, so I didn't know what was going on. So, I mean, to me, I'm like, okay, go home, pack a bag, and come back and free stay in the hotel. Okay, I can do that. I was like, oh, it's be like a little vacation, huh? So that's exactly what we did. We went home and got my little baby, my son at the time, and we packed a bag or two, packed a bag from him, packed a bag from me, and we headed on to the to the hotel. And I didn't think, you know what? We had Riku at the time too. I had just gotten her, and that's 2012, 2012, 2013. Yeah, just gotten her. She was a baby. So the hotel, I didn't take her because um, I didn't know if I could, but I think there were pets. But anyway, I left her at home. Poor baby. She just come to stay with me. I go and I get her, and now I'm leaving her at home alone. So I didn't have no choice. But yeah, I did that, and we headed back to the hotel. And so the next morning, you know, I wake up. We went to sleep that night. I wake up. I look outside. I go to the window because I'm laughing the whole time I'm there because I'm like, winter storm. I'm looking outside. It's sunny. It's nothing. No, it's sky is clear. There's not one drop of snow. Nothing to make me think that there is a blizzard. You said a blizzard that is coming. Blizzard mean tons of snow, right? Yeah. So I'm like, whatever. We'll get up and go home in the morning. So I get up the next morning. I look out the window. At the time, I had this little yellow Nissan or something, little sports car. So I look outside. Everything is covered in snow. I'm like, the whole car is covered in snow. You can't even see the car. It's like, what in the world? I had never seen that much snow before in my entire life. Well, we know we used to get snow in Oklahoma, but at the time, I hadn't seen snow in a long time. Not like that. Everything was covered, okay? They were not prepared for this. No. This town, they were not prepared for this. So, of course, I wasn't driving. There was no way I could drive. Like, I didn't know how to drive in that. So, what we ended up doing, my boss, one of the, I don't know, managers, whatever, I don't remember, would came and would pick us up from the hotel, take us to work, take us back home from from work to back to the hotel. So, we were safe. We had someone to take care of the as we could get people in. We brought them to the hotel. They would go out and get them if they could. If they could make it, then good. And then they'd put them up at the hotel. Because you remember this was people can't take care of themselves, so someone had to take care of them. So it was essential that we got there, that someone was able to take care of these people. I mean, they were not. Oh, it's not a nursing facility. It wasn't. Well, yes, it was. It was. It was a nursing facility, and then they had a like a senior living facility. So there were some that lived on their own, like little apartments, and they had little houses and over there too, where some lived in houses. And then that was the area that I worked in, which was like they had like a memory unit, people who needed actual assistance and care. There were some people who need, minimal, but just to, yeah. Anyway, so um Living Center. I can't remember. I think it's something like that. So anyway, in the hotel, as time goes by, I remember we ended up sharing this hotel with because every morning we would get up and it would see who was in our hotel. So we had the emergency crew there. Yes. We had, the people who drive the, your EMTs and all those. Um, yeah, they stayed at the hotel too. So we had emergency crews, ambulance. We had the ambulance, the EMTs and ambulance drivers. They stayed at our hotel. We had here's a Riku. Okay, that's not yours. Mwah. So we had them, and then we also had policemen also in our hotel. I'm telling you, this town was not prepared for this. This is not yours, sweetie. This is not your pillow. I'm sorry, but this is not your pillow. I love you. Wish I do, but it's not your pillow. Your pillow's over there. There you go. That's your pillow. You make Mika scoot over. That's your pillow. That's not your pillow over here. So it was a town where everybody came together. Everybody came together just trying to make it. Okay. It was, I mean, you had people getting together to push to help push ambulances, police cars, help getting them out of ditches and getting them pushed along. It just, I mean, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was like we were all stuck in this together. Yeah, that lasted for a few days. That was not long. A few days, and then it finally started melting. Um, so it was snow. So best thing in that particular situation was just to stay home if you didn't have to get out because it was just a ton of snow. But when you got people who work in the hospital, though, we also had nurses and people who worked at the hospitals, also in our hotel. So at that time, oh my God, the hospitals were bad because I know we had stories from them. They were like saying that they couldn't leave the hospital. It was like they were sleeping on the floor. You know, yeah, it was. Felt sorry for them. At least we got to leave and go to a warm bed. I mean, we might have worked like all day, but we did get to go home and not home, but we got to go back to the hotel and get a hot meal and get to lay down, go to sleep in a warm bed and get some rest. Oh, she is so beautiful in this yellow. Oh my goodness, look at this. Isn't she precious, guys? Look at that. Look at this little princess. Oh my goodness. So, but yeah, it was. I don't remember. I think we did have. I don't know who was open, but I think places were open. Yeah, restaurants and stuff were open. So yeah, restaurants and stuff were open. Because we did go and eat and stuff like that. That wasn't as bad as I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't as devastating as the as the snow, as the ice storm that we had in our little small town a few years earlier. That was really bad. And I know, and when I say really bad, I mean really bad to the point to where it was just no power, no, no this, no that. As a town of people that were barely holding on and doing the best that we could with what we had, which was not much, and a whole town without power. So it was pretty bad. But at least they still had their power, and they didn't have the ice on the lines. Um, you know, knocking down the tree limbs and the power lines. But yeah, I would say maybe a few days, a little less than a week. And then it had melted enough to where we were able to, um, go home and you know, get your driveway shoveled. But yeah, there was no shoveling your driveways. But yeah, this was a town. Yeah, they were not prepared for this. They was just not prepared for it. It was the whole town. Everything shut down during that snow. So during the time that snow was there, those few days, the whole town shut down. It became non-operational. Okay? Nothing was happening. Um that blizzard devastated that whole town. Um emergency um emergency vehicles, everyone from fire trucks, ambulances, police, yeah, hospitals, yeah, everybody felt that. um it was it was pretty much, we're all in this together, we're going to figure this out. um and we did. I think as a whole, I think we all did really good coming together. And all times, though, even in the year before, it was, we all came together and just kind of like made our way the best that we could through it. So my heart goes out to everyone who who were without power and without that and had to go through all of that, because I know the feeling. When you see those electricity trucks, it's like, oh my gosh, you're so excited. You know what? This one broke in here. So I got it in this side, but I think, hold on, let me see. Well, no, I guess it's okay. All right, it's fine. So yeah, I know the feeling and I know that excitement of seeing oh, she's so darling, of seeing those electricity trucks. And I think, because I remember it was Reliant, because these are trucks, and just like them, because she said these are trucks from elsewhere outside, and the same thing with us too. These electricity trucks, it was Reliant. I remember it was one. They had came from I don't know where, and there was a ton of them, because when they came into town, we saw them. That they had parked all their trucks. You know, they were at the hotels and stuff. Because shoot, we needed them, because I'm sure they worked hard to get our whole town's electricity back on. Um, we're very thankful for them. Um, but yeah, whew, that was a year, man. That that year, whew, that was a year with that ice storm. Um, I swear the snowstorm was nothing compared to that ice storm. She is just so precious. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I decided to do princesses with them. Aren't they precious? So, what do you guys think? Aren't they darling? So, so with that, so do you guys have any stories to share? What about You know, I don't know, I kind of like this one. I think I'm gonna do this one instead of that one. So, what are some hard times that you remember that you've gone through, that you've had to hunker down and make the best of, and just took you out of your comfort zone? Um, Maybe was it weather? Was it weather related? Was it I don't know what, because everyone experiences different types of hardships. So, what was a hardship that you remember um, and that you came through? And, leave us a comment, leave a comment and let me know, you know. I am very interested in knowing if you've experienced anything of the sort, or any something different, or any of you guys are actually experiencing something right now. Maybe you went through the was it Hurricane Ian, and you are experiencing some of these things too. Tell me, how are you dealing with it? What are some things that you guys are doing to get through it? What are some things that you guys did to get through? Um, if you've already gone through it, and if you're going through it, then what are some things that you did to get through it? Um, and she precious, guys. She's so precious. I'll set her right here. So now I have my three princesses. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about these little outfits? So these outfits, all three of these outfits came from AliExpress. They're the same outfits that I saw on Amazon, except for a fraction of the price. So tell me what you think. Do you like these little princess outfits? I am going to look over here and see about, I don't know, shoes maybe? They're just so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. Can y'all see them? They are just so cute. So cute, so cute, so cute. They're so darling. Let me look down here and see if I see any shoes for these precious ones. Socks maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I have any, so I'm down here looking. I got gold. They don't have to have on shoes if I don't see any. I'm not really just I don't just like got to have the shoes, but if we do, cool. But if not, it's all good too. Get your little foot in there. Make sure. Oh, make sure there's nothing in there. Yeah. So these three are dressed now. You got one foot bigger than the other foot? So, um, I'm looking. Hmm. I don't think, I don't see any other shoes. I don't know. I'll look some more. I may have some in the other box in the with the other with the vintage babies, because I know they have a lot of like dress shoes and stuff in there. So I will look through that box and see if I have any other shoes for them. But in the meantime, I think we are, oh, I guess I could always just put them on socks. So yeah, let me know what, if you have had any sort of hard times, any sort of experiences that you would like to share in the comments. I am very interested. I would like to know. So those are mine. Those are a few of mine. Trust me, I've had a lot more too, but that is a few that I have experienced. But those are some rather related ones, and that I thought was relatable to, a lot of things that's going on right now with a lot of people. So that's all that I have for today. That's all that I have right now for this video. Oh, I'm going to bring you guys in closer so you can see the girls. Okay, so here they are. I'm going to get my big head out the way. So here they are, all dressed up. So let me get her to sit up. There we go. Oh, that's much better. So they're all dressed up, smiling pretty for the camera. Oh my goodness, aren't they precious, guys? Oh, they're just so cute. So, my three princesses. So thanks for watching, guys. I love you guys. Good night. Toodles. Peace. Pretty.